You're in for a treat because we're going to talk about 5 different cryptocurrencies in this episode, all of them coins. We're not discussing significant coins here, such as Bitcoins and Ethereums. Your Solanas are your Binance currencies, and we'll be speaking about some other options shortly. We will look at the ones that I believe will offer us a large return of 5 to 15 times, or the ones that I think will have a good second half and then a great H1 in 2025. We will also look at the direction that I believe the market is heading. Along with a few others, we're examining an XRP chart because, well, who knows? Maybe $27 will indicate that, but only time will tell. It all depends on the amount of money that is now being invested in the cryptocurrency market. Let's get started on this item I don't want to miss without further ado. Anything I want to guarantee we receive everything is about Bitcoin. 63,159 Ethereum is currently down 2.31% over the last 24 hours, closing at 366. USDT and USDC are both down 1.4%, closing at their respective dollar pegs. Let's suppose that XRP is a mean lean 51 cents, up 2.94% over the entire cryptocurrency market cap of $356 billion, which is not too bad, you know. I think the previous cycle's all-time high was between 2.7 and 2.8. Brad is requesting a 5 trillion. I see that Paul Rule is advocating for between 8 and 10 trillion, and I agree with him. Pay attention to the higher. It's that simple. The higher your asset, the more it will run. That is how easy it is. That concludes it. See where we end up. 5 trillion is a low amount, in my opinion. Recall that I had predicted between 4 and 7 trillion at the start of this cycle. I modified those figures. We'll be just above 4 trillion, in my opinion. 5, in my opinion, will be the lowest. Normally, that sweet spot would likely be between 5 and 8, or between 5 and 7. Why did everything change? Well, the first time around, it was easy. ETFs have been making a comeback ever since Bitcoin broke its all-time high before their approval. We are likely to see an absurd amount of institutional money pour into the markets during this bull cycle, especially in the Asian markets, where even more money is expected to enter the picture. You really ought to go get a job. All the good ones, West, are nearly sold out. Our 1980s gang, TI, still has villains accessible. You'll be allowed to visit the Breeding Lab's mutation lab and create your own superhero or villain. Combining the two will make you a wicked superhero, whatever it's known as a vil hero. What do you say about that? You're getting free potions, West. Check this out: over 500 times 500,000 NFTs. On YouTube, XRP has had 13 million views. By the way, 2,200 genuine Discord users can access Discord. It's cost-free. Come say hello, come hang out, and talk to me. Why not? Mando states that despite any short-term improvements, he still expects a deeper drop. I win with 0 because, as I've already stated, I have a lot in this game. Stress, yes, I agree. I'm still holding my money in reserve. I have been open and truthful about my belief that Bitcoin will retest at $60,000 once more. It is going to seize additional liquid assets. Then we will continue using Bitcoin. Goes down, the remaining market participants will exit, and the bull run will persist. That's where I stand on this. Furthermore, what do you know? I'm incorrect if I'm not. For this, I got a ton of cryptocurrency. I haven't received a single profit since 2017. I'm going to make this my year. 2025 has always been the target. Purchase and hold. Give it time, you know, until 2025. This is going to be my year for these businesses to expand and mature, after which we'll look at turning a profit. My year is going to be next year, which I believe is paving the way for a lot of healthy returns to the one that everyone despises, and I believe we'll see 57 to 59,000 as well. I mean, just take a look at 63. When we reach 64, we might observe, since many individuals are saying things like, "Oh my God, having hit markets is bullish, this deserves another brutal breakdown." After people begin to reflect and take these lengthy breaks, what happens? Following that, the market settlement notices that everyone is high and all of these people are long, so they dump these things correctly, ruin you, and steal your money. Since I've been here since 2017, I truly believe that's what we're looking at here. I might be entirely mistaken. I refer to this most recent a decline in Bitcoin won't be deemed fraudulent until it surpasses 74,000. Even then, it may run up to 70 or 72 before failing to break through. 74 we are still able to descend. We can yet experience that significant correction, which would put us back around the $50,000 range. That is, I want you to focus on the XRP decreases, but this is also about Ripple's growth in Brazil. Keep in mind that Monica Longish has been discussing the adoption of Ripple and its activities globally, and we already know that the first bank is utilizing XRP. There, we are aware of everything, including Ripple. Reportedly had a meeting with Klaus Dorr, higher-ups behind the scenes 2 or 3 years ago, indicating that Ripple's expansion in Brazil. Indiana 2019, Ripple established a local office in Brazil. Through Ripple, it has several contacts in the country, including Travelex, the first bank to utilize XRP bank money transfers. Reisa Online reviewed BNT and Cordo Bank. I cheated on all those names, yet the payment service accepts it. It's interesting to note that the PIX system for real-time payments, which was developed with the assistance of Brazil's central banks, is entirely compatible with the source of information on the identity of Ripple customers. PX, what is it? The Central Bank of Brazil, which is the country's monetary authority, developed and oversees this instant payment platform. It functions as a real-time payment system and is fully compatible with Ripple's offerings. All of this is related to the fact that we are aware of these closed-door bankers, raising the larger question of what is actually happening in Brazil. We haven't really seen any announcements on that, but we have seen the groundwork being laid. Ripple has been in talks to close our talks about something. I'm telling you, when this hits, something big is going to come from Brazil and India, which are really going to make that brick connection even bigger. For example, crypto. David Schwartz told us in 2018 that the next corridor that would be up and running was going to be XRP to the Brazilian currency. Upward, he says. Examine the 1.618F to see what the XRP market's dominance will bring. All right, it's up here. This will lead to a significant XRP price point. I've seen his goals, 12, 15, 18, 24, 27, to be exact. These are all potential goals. The amount of money available will determine each one. Intending to join this Bitcoin market. Now, let's take a closer look at a few altcoins that I believe will do particularly well during this bull run. Casper gets one up. Casper has completed it utterly. Nothing about this bull market, nothing about the 14 months I spent purchasing the same quantity of Casper every week over the previous year and a half using my $14 cost average. The investment has decreased. How absurd is that? For the past 14 months, Casper has been down for me despite all these bullish cryptocurrencies, even XRP. I do think there will be a tremendous move for Casper at some point, and I think it can go anywhere. I'm paying for that 1 out of a 7 to 20x. Paying special attention to the H-bar. H-bar made a small movement before dropping completely to retest. H-bar will, in my opinion, be a fantastic performer who comes in late. The highest point of the H-bar is approximately 56 cents, plus or minus 7 times. This is another sleeper, but I think the H-bar will approach that dollar region and give us anywhere from a 10 to 15x increase. People, Solana doesn't really sleep. Let's talk about it, Sanat. We're looking at an 8 to 10x increase. I have money invested in the underperforming Cardano 88, which hasn't yet surpassed its $3 all-time high. Cardano, in my opinion, is a prudent bet that might go anywhere from 5 to 7. In my opinion, another simple 10x. Hey everyone, when is the best time to visit DCA? It was right that you were DCA. I'm sure a lot of people will inquire about that. Another query, can we get back to the $500 all-time high if it's currently at 15 bucks? I'm not sure, but could we see 100? Yes, this is another 10 to 15 times. If you start totaling all of these coins and all of your 10 XRPs, you get $10,000 for each token. If you do that 5 times in a row, you have a proper rotation schedule. Surfacing. Say this 10 times, and you've just made $1 million for yourself. Anyone in crypto can also become a millionaire. The issue is that many of you are pursuing these meme coins, which are all solely founded on organizations that are heavily investing in